The world can change in an instant. One moment, life feels predictable. Then, everything shifts, and a new reality takes hold. Today, October 5th, 2025, Europe faces a new kind of front line. One that runs through airports, shipping lanes, and the energy grids powering our lives. The battleground is no longer just distant fields or far-off borders. It's woven into the very infrastructure that keeps our societies moving. The conflict in Ukraine has spilled far beyond its borders, reshaping travel and safety across the continent. Suddenly, the effects of war are felt in the heart of European cities, disrupting daily routines and challenging our sense of security. This isn't just about soldiers, it's about ordinary people, travelers, and nations forced to adapt to a new reality. Families, business travelers, and students all find themselves navigating uncertainty as the familiar becomes unpredictable. Ukrainian forces have struck at the heart of Russia's oil empire, while European nations clamp down on the money fueling the war. These actions ripple outward, affecting not just governments, but the daily lives of millions. Now, a drone strike in Russia can ground flights in Germany, and naval operations in the Channel shake the global economy. The rules have changed, and the consequences are immediate and far-reaching. Airports close, fighter jets scramble, and travel is no longer routine. Every journey is shadowed by uncertainty, and every border crossing feels different. In our interconnected world, no conflict is truly isolated. What happens in one region can send shockwaves across continents, affecting economies, politics, and daily life everywhere. This is your guide to understanding how Ukraine's bold strategy and Europe's response have shaken Russia's economic foundations, and what it means for all of us. The stakes are high, and the outcomes will shape the future for generations. Even as the world feels on edge, the human spirit endures and adapts. In the face of uncertainty, communities come together, finding hope and resilience in the most challenging times. Ukraine shifted from defense to offense, targeting the core of Russia's war machine, its oil and gas infrastructure. This marked a dramatic escalation in the conflict as Ukraine set its sights on the very lifeblood of Russia's economy and military power. With US intelligence support, Ukraine launched precise strikes deep inside Russia, crippling refineries and pipelines. These attacks were carefully planned, using real-time data to maximize damage and disrupt Russian logistics. Each attack sent a message. No part of Russia's war effort was safe. The strikes sparked chaos and confusion, forcing Russian authorities to scramble for answers and resources. These strikes forced Russia to defend its own territory, draining resources from the front. Troops and equipment were diverted from the battlefield to protect vital infrastructure, stretching Russian defenses thin. The psychological impact was huge. Russians could no longer ignore the war. For the first time, ordinary citizens felt the conflict's reach, as news of explosions and shortages spread across the country. Every lost barrel of oil was a direct hit to the Kremlin's war chest. The economic consequences rippled outward, threatening Russia's ability to sustain its military campaign. The US policy shift in early 2025, expanding intelligence sharing, was a game-changer. It gave Ukraine the tools and confidence to strike with greater precision and frequency. President Trump's tough rhetoric emboldened Ukraine to push further. His public support signaled a new era of cooperation, raising the stakes for both sides. This new strategy turned Ukraine into a formidable economic adversary, proving that clever tactics can challenge even the mightiest empires. The battlefield had expanded, and Ukraine was now fighting on multiple fronts. The war was no longer just on the battlefield, it was in the heart of Russia's economy. Financial markets trembled and uncertainty gripped Russian businesses and leaders alike. Ukraine's boldness changed the game, showing the world that determination and ingenuity could strike at the very core of a powerful adversary. Russia's Shadow Fleet, a ghost navy of untraceable tankers, was its secret weapon to bypass sanctions and fund the war. These ships sailed under false flags, invisible to authorities, moving billions in oil. But in October 2025, everything changed. French commandos seized the Bayraktar, a Shadow Fleet tanker, off the French coast. The message was clear. Europe would no longer tolerate Russia's illicit oil trade. the risk for shadow fleet crews skyrocketed. Insurers and ports turned them away. President Macron called the move essential to blocking Russia's war funding. Putin's outrage only underscored how vital this lifeline was. European navies ramped up patrols, and the shadow fleet began to crumble. By dismantling this network, Europe struck a critical blow to Russia's ability to sustain its war. Controlling the seas proved as vital as ever. The era of impunity was over. Ukraine's strikes and Europe's crackdown on the shadow fleet delivered a staggering economic blow to Russia. Analysts estimate losses to Russia's oil and gas industry at up to $1.2 trillion since the invasion began. This isn't just lost revenue, it's destroyed infrastructure, lost contracts, and a shattered reputation as an energy supplier. Russia is forced to spend billions defending its energy network, while tankers sit idle and unsold oil piles up. The goal? Make the war too costly to continue. Without oil money, Russia faces tough choices: missiles or salaries, war or stability. The long-term consequences are profound: economic isolation, damaged infrastructure, and a future in decline. In the 21st century, economic resilience is as vital as military might. The $1.2 trillion loss is a symbol of strategic failure. The conflict's shockwaves now disrupt daily life across Europe, especially for travelers. Skies once symbolized freedom. Now, they're tense and militarized. Russian missile barrages force Poland to scramble jets, escorting civilian planes. In Germany, Russian drones shut down Munich airport, stranding thousands. The message: nowhere is truly safe from the fallout. Travelers face new risks: sudden airspace closures, drone threats, and military patrols. Airlines and governments issue constant advisories. Patience and vigilance are now essential. NATO's increased air patrols make the skies more crowded and tense. The freedom of movement is now balanced against real threats. Every completed journey is an act of defiance against fear. This is the new normal for European travel. Behind the headlines, this is a human story. A story of individuals whose lives are intertwined with the larger events unfolding around them. Anna, a student from Kiev, narrowly escaped a missile strike on her train. Her journey forever changed by fear. Her story is one of many, each marked by a brush with danger. In Munich, a family's long-awaited holiday turned into a 12-hour airport ordeal after drone sightings. Their dreams of relaxation were replaced by hours of uncertainty and stress. Their anxiety mirrors that of thousands whose lives are disrupted by distant conflict. Yet, resilience shines through. People find ways to cope, to support each other, and to keep moving forward. French commandos who seized the Bayraktar risked their lives to enforce international law. Their bravery is a testament to the lengths people will go to uphold justice. Polish pilots scramble to protect civilian planes, quiet acts of heroism that often go unnoticed. Their vigilance ensures the safety of countless lives. The emotional toll is real: anxiety, frustration, and a determination to carry on. These feelings are shared by many, yet they also bring people closer together. People adapt, help each other, and refuse to let fear win. Communities come together, showing that in times of crisis, humanity's best qualities emerge. This collective resilience is a powerful force. It is a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is strength in unity. The human spirit finds light even in darkness. It is this light that guides people through their toughest challenges. These stories remind us, courage and hope endure. They are the threads that weave the fabric of our shared humanity. The cost is high, but so is the strength to overcome. Each story is a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Europe has transformed its security approach, building digital and physical shields instead of walls. NATO air patrols and intelligence sharing are now the norm. Airports and borders are fortified. Security lines are longer, checks more rigorous. Anti-drone systems protect critical infrastructure. The Bayraktar seizure was part of this broader doctrine, projecting strength at home and at sea. Europe's message: any attempt to destabilize the continent will meet a unified, robust response. The challenge is balancing security with the freedoms that define Europe. Travelers must be vigilant and patient. Safety is a shared responsibility. This is survival in a new environment, aware, prepared, and united. The continent adapts, determined to protect both safety and liberty. The most resilient aren't always the strongest, but those who adapt. Across Europe, hope shines through disruption and fear. Ukrainian refugees rebuild lives. Travelers find connection in shared adversity. Every act of unity, like France seizing the Bayraktar, sends a message of hope. Communities welcome the displaced, defying the hatred that started the war. Fear is real, but so is determination to live, travel, and connect. By refusing to give in to terror, people deny aggressors a psychological victory. This resilience is the heart of the story. The courage to journey on, the strength to adapt, these light the way forward. Even in darkness, hope endures. The journey isn't over. Peace and security must be protected and fought for. Ukraine and its allies have shown that unity can cripple aggression and change the course of history. This unity is our compass toward a safer, more just future. As travelers and citizens, we play a role. Stay informed, seek truth, and build bridges. Every journey, every conversation is an act of defiance against fear. Support those affected, advocate for peace, and choose to stand for freedom. Our choices ripple outward, fueling positive change. We must be active participants, not passive observers. Let's move forward with resilience, courage, and hope. The path is uncertain, but together, we are stronger. Let's honor the brave, travel with purpose, and work for a world at peace. The journey is long, but it's one we walk together.